Hello, my name is Dr. Kristin Witfill, board-certified dermatologist and co-director of Bay Dermatology. I am going to discuss a product called Sculptra Aesthetic, also known as the liquid facelift. But first, it's important to educate you on the aging face. Many of us are looking for ways to reverse the aging process, stop the clock, and reverse the signs of aging. Since the beginning of time, we have been searching for the elusive fountain of youth. During my consultation, patients are surprised to know that the fountain of youth is facial fat. It is a surprise because as a society, we have become fat phobic. It is true that being overweight is associated with certain diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. However, facial fat does play an important role in the aging face. When we are a baby, we are born with a certain amount of facial fat. As we get older, this fat will be redistributed in certain facial compartments, which functions to support the skin and hold it in place. At around age 40, the majority of patients will start to lose fat cells in their face. And as this continues, the face will deflate, drop, and descend downward. Over time, this causes a loss in elasticity, and as a result, our skin begins to sag. When we lose facial fat around the temple region, this causes a drop in the eyelid skin. As we start to lose fat in the cheeks, which is one of the most important facial compartments, we notice two things. One is a prominent fold around our mouth and a hollowing under the eyes called the tear trough deformity. Once we lose facial fat in front of the ears, this causes the skin to move downward and we see it under our chin. When we lose fat in our buccal cheek, in this region, it causes the skin to move forward and we see a jowl that starts to form. These pictures illustrate how facial fat loss creates changes in our skin. At age 35, you can see we have great support system from fat. At age 45, 10 years later, as we lose fat, you can see the changes in our skin resulting in sagging around the eyes, folds around the mouth, and jowls that are starting to form. At age 55, 10 years later, it even becomes more severe, and this process will continue as we age. In order to stop the clock, we need to restore this volume loss to reverse the signs of aging. A product like Sculptra Aesthetic can help restore this volume loss from fat. If your face is not dropping, then you are not visibly aging. Another type of volume loss we observe in the face is the loss of bone. While men lose only a small amount of bone, women lose 3 times the amount as men do. This is because women become hormonally imbalanced in their late 40s and into their 50s. Where we appreciate this in women is around the mouth. As the bone around the upper mouth, called the mandible, starts to thin, we notice an elongation in our skin from the tip of our nose to our upper lip. This causes the lip to turn inward. Women commonly complain of a loss of the upper lip and also vertical lines in their upper lip region caused by both bone and fat loss. Bone loss around the lower mandible or jaw creates a concertina effect. This is described as that sunken-in look around your mouth that causes the skin to look like an accordion. This is caused from thinning of this bone as well as fat loss. A product like Sculptra Aesthetic will not only mimic the bone that we have already lost, but it will help prevent further bone loss, similar to how fluoride protects our teeth. Now that we understand that volume from fat and bone is the fountain of youth, we can illustrate that point by discussing the concept of the triangle of youth versus the pyramid of old age. Imagine that when we are young, the widest part of our face is in our cheeks. If you were to look at my face and place an imaginary triangle over my face, you will see that the widest part of my face is at the level of my cheeks, and the peak of the triangle will be over my chin. As we age and start to lose volume, we notice our temples become more hollow, which makes our forehead appear much smaller. The fat that has been lost in the upper face will accumulate in the lower face or around the jaw. This results in the appearance of the widest part of the face being around the jaw and the most narrow part being in the temples and forehead. This looks like a pyramid. This is called the pyramid of old age. Therefore, the youthful face looks like an upside-down pyramid, and the aging face looks like a pyramid. Now that we understand the aging process, we can discuss a product called Sculpture Aesthetic that could be used to restore this volume loss from fat and bone. Sculpture Aesthetic is unlike any other filler on the market because it causes your body to make collagen, similar to how a speck of sand becomes a pearl in an oyster over time. This product targets the cause of the aging face, lost fat and bone, and replaces this loss with your own collagen. It typically lasts 3 to 4 times longer than traditional fillers, and since the results occur over time, the results are more natural, therefore makes you look like a younger you. Here are some before and after pictures to show Sculpture Aesthetic's natural results. When you look in the mirror, do you look tired? Are your cheeks deflated? Are there folds around your mouth? Are jowls starting to form? Is there sagging under your chin? You may be a candidate for Sculpture Aesthetic or the liquid facelift. And to learn more about this non-surgical procedure, please call one of our offices. Thank you.